Hello, 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 everyone. I'm Vimbert, and welcome to another edition of Shuffle Saturday, except it's actually Wednesday. Oops. This is a new stream format I'm playing around with, so I'm still trying to figure out the rules. But this is inspired by another streamer that I watch named Proton John, one of the OGs of Let's Play, even before YouTube existed, and his fortune cookie streams. He said on stream that he's fine with people using the concept, and I put a little twist on it. So, if you haven't witnessed this before, because I've only done it once before, don't feel bad. I have my game collection loaded into a website called the Backloggery that includes this neat little feature where it'll randomly suggest a game out of my collection for me to play. Using that feature, I'll pull a random game from all the games I have not finished and have the technical setups to stream, which is around 860 different games. I will then play that game for 30 minutes unless I decide to veto it or someone in chat types !veto, which will have our bot let me know that somebody doesn't like that. Maybe it's a game that's going to be awful. Maybe it's a game that's too good and they want to watch me suffer. They don't have to explain themselves. I will then deduct a veto and go for another one. We'll see what we get. And as you can see, I only have 2 vetoes, while you all watching have double that amount. So please make good use of them. So, that being said, I will automatic veto any game I can't stream, either due to technical issues specific to the game or because streaming the game would get me banned. An example, if I've got a bad cartridge on an old game, or if the game rolled as Honey Pop or something, because I am a filthy weeb, and my Steam library very shows it. And there's only so much time in the day. I haven't played all that degeneracy yet. I wish there was more time. So, let us get to what this has in store. Thank you for your service, Elmo. I'm sure I will be calling upon you later. This is the Backloggery, and you can actually get a link to mine by typing in !backlog. Can you tell I'm excited to have a chatbot? And it's also down in my little overlay at the bottom there. So this is going to randomly pull from everything I can stream. Oh, it's capturing my mouse. That's an oversight. Oh well. So yeah, this is going to pull a completely random game, and I'll be stuck on that for 30 minutes unless I decide to veto it. Let's see what comes up. We have Earthworm Jim, Menace to the Galaxy for the Game Boy Color. Sure. I will start setting that up and give a little while. You have until basically I'm ready to roll. I'll give some leeway as to when someone can do a veto. Earthworm Jim. Those games were all over the place, but I never played any of them. Okay, good. That is updated. So, Menace to the Galaxy for the Game Boy Color. Alrighty. That requires a slightly different screen. I'm not seeing anything, and I'm willing to at least give it a go.
So let's swap over to this view. Silence music, thank you. We'll go back to it in a little while. Menace to the Galaxy. Oh, I believe that. No, come on. Anybody else? Anybody else, please? Please? We may not be in business here. Hang on. Okay, I see we have audio, so that's good at least. Where is the rest? Okay, hang on.
Let me try a different... Oh, there we go. Okay, cool. Cool. That is appearing. Earthworm Jim, Menace to the Galaxy. I have no idea what this game is like, so... Love those tunes. As I tab out of the game and immediately deny myself said tunes. 30 minutes on the clock. Let's see how this goes. E to start, of course. Oh, okay, I have limited bullets. And I gotta jump. Alright, good enough for me. Oh. Is that a... It is! Alright, some old classic platforming action. I'm into it, I'm into it. I'm actually really bad at platformers, so this might be painful. But such is the joy of Shuffle Wednesday, you never know what's going to come up. That looks important. Or not. Guess I can't go into buildings. Damn it. This looks like a thing. Not a thing? Alright. Okay, guess I gotta hit the rooftops here. Look at our swagger. This cannot be contained to the streets below. Gotta be hopping between rooftops. That's a tire. Can I climb up here? Or drop down, perhaps? Nope, that leads me back to the same spot. Have I also mentioned that I basically have a negative sense of direction? So this could be bad. But oh well, it can't possibly be any worse than the Bomberman games I played last time. If y'all saw those, I'm sorry. I will do better. Though probably not. I will continue to be the same disaster I always am. So maybe I have to drop down into this thing. From above? No? Okay. Just trying things out here. The joy of going into things blind. Oh, wait, that's... Oh, this is where we started. Ahaha, I knew this. Well, tire seems important. Just gotta find a way and get up there. As I completely failed to make the easiest jump in the world. I'll be a menace to society just as soon as... Oh! Oh, wait. I think it's... Yeah, follow me, follow me. Ow, okay. Thought it was onto something. Oh, I can high jump. Okay. Also, I guess that was not the end of the level, or what have you. Okay, new plan. Maybe we... Oh! Ooh, sci-fi laboratory, graveyard, bedroom, sweet shop, desolation, subway, and garden. Sure, let's do... sci-fi. I keep forgetting B is select. Die, alien scum. Let me guess, I can go down the toilets? I can stand on the toilets, so that's something. I'll just leave him be. He ain't hurting anybody. But I am. Damn it. Wonder if I can shoot the fire. That's probably a dumb waste of my bullets. Ooh, a little bit of perspective. Okay. More laser bullets. Just randomly take contact damage everywhere. The sign of a masterful gamer. Okay. Not quite sure how to get that to go. Maybe I'll find something later in the level. Imagine just minding your own business on your moon colony when this weird alien with a curly head walks up to you, sticks a gun in your face, and shoots you until you die. We truly are a menace to society. Just like that alien who no longer lives in a society. Can I... Oh? Oh? Oh, okay, I don't... Oh, I can shoot it! Okay, I don't think that does anything. Okay, yep. My instinct was correct. Pushing puzzle. Can I shoot to move it? I can! Here we go. I was tempted, not gonna lie. Because they seem fairly generous about ammo so far. Hey HD, how goes? Welcome. RNGesus has decreed that this is the first game I'll play tonight, but only for the next 27 minutes or so. Oh, god damn it. I looked away for 1 second. Alright, let's shoot a thing to push it, because this is a thing that makes sense. Since I go into these blind, I have no idea about the audio balancing. If I'm getting totally drowned out here, or if the game is... please let me know. Because ooh. Nobody saw that. Ah, nice, nice. I have one more day left on the work week, though it's only a half day, so... Shouldn't be too bad for me. Was it... Ooh, that looks important. No idea what that did, though. But it was shiny. Ooh, I can shoot up. Okay. Can't shoot that for some reason. Okay. Yeah, I'm having that thing happen with my work where everyone thinks that they can fit things that take 5 days into the 3.5 day work week. That's always fun. But it's nearly at an end. And it's not that bad this time because the winters are slow season at my job. Ooh, inertia. Just wondering how I got these things to move. Heh. Well, hey, at least it Christmas. Though I know it stresses some people out, it's usually a good time for me. Usually. Can I, like, force it to... Maybe I just high jump. Oh god, 2 weeks. That's far too much. Jesus. Merry Chrysler! Happy Festivus to us all. Whoa, yes! 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 Nearly infinite bullets, a ship. This is everything I've wanted. Seriously, just the ability to go wherever I want, just in the air. This is phenomenal. I'd like this all the time, game, if you please. Oh, it has a limited time. Oh no, no. Please, please. No, let me... Ah. Well, it was nice while it lasted. Yeah, I thought that bar was health, not time. Alas. Alas. That would... Nobody saw that. Would be just a little bit too broken if you could just fly anywhere you wanted. I don't even know why I'm breaking those. It doesn't seem to do anything. But I also don't know what the victory condition is here. You know, plenty of shooting dudes in half, but there must be more to life than shooting dudes in half. And Earthworm Jim doesn't want to know what that is. Probably. He very much seems like one of those 90s anti-heroes. Well, I guess this would have been the early 2000s since this is on the Game Boy Color. I know nothing about the characters, so... I was going to say I could be making that up, but I literally am making that up. Now, before, I was able to sort of... Okay, before I was able to just, like, up B and take the teleporter machine, whatever it is, elsewhere. Guess I can't do that yet. Can't shoot that for reasons that shall never be explained. Oh, that looks like a 1-up. I would very much... Oh, game, you dick. Ah, nice. Yeah, I was never much of a platformer gamer either. I'm very bad at them, and a lot of these Game Boy games that have come into my possession through legitimate means seem to be platformers, so some of this stream format is just going to be giving myself a crash course in literally the most basic kind of game you can have. You know, the one I'm bad at. That's a different color. I'm not sure why that's important. Anything over here? More gun. I do like more... Oh, that was the extra life. Damn. Alright, I will go for that. That's almost definitely not what I need to actually leave the level, but it'll be nice to have. Alright, gotta fall just... Fuck. It's kind of nice that they aren't giving me a time limit, at least. I guess the only time limit is my 30 minutes. That sounded like a good noise. Can I leave the level now? Or maybe that's just the extra life noise. I can leave the level! Okay. Oh, that must be the password. Yeah, I'm not gonna write that down. Yep, self-imposed time limits. Now we're back on the mean streets of town. At Hotel. Oh, it's changed. I'm rewriting the past. I'm not sure what that did. Better Business Bureau. I mean, wouldn't be hard to be better than the Better Business Bureau. I used to deal with them professionally, and part of my job at that company was basically to politely throw any Better Business Bureau complaints we got in the trash. Like, literally, we would just tell them, hey, we need to get this directly from our client or our customer. We're not authorized to talk to you. No matter what they told us was going on, we'd just be like, no, don't care. I am not joking. It was a horrible, soul-sucking job, and I'm very glad I'm out of it. These days I'm in a much better job and in a only slightly less soulless part of the same field, same line of work. Yeah. And, you know, I shouldn't say who it was for, but it was for a large nationwide bank that rhymes with Bank of America. So, you know, make of that what you will. Okay, I guess I just have to collect all the donuts. Seems simple. What the hell is that? Kill it! I can't kill it. Maybe it's a... Oh, it's a spring. Okay, never mind. You and me, creepy soulless dog statue with 1 foot, we're alright. Yes, this was my cunning plan all along. Oh, that's a switch. How do I... Of course, shoot the switch. Of course. Why would it be anything else? Oh no, I don't have invincibility frames, do I? That is not great. That's really not good. More gun. I like to see that. More caterpillar. We don't like that. Shoota shoota boom pow. I guess I picked that up. Whatever it was. Good? I'm not sure how to feel about that. Oh! Nice, I figured the chains were just for decoration, but I can actually climb on them. Oh hey, Wallmasters. I see you're taking a moonlighting job outside of a Zelda game. Not sure Nintendo will be cool about that. Pretty sure you're under contract. But hey, who am I to say? Right? I think it's Wallmasters, or is it... Are Wallmasters the ones on the ceiling? And Floormasters are the one I'm thinking of. Could be either of those. Let's shoot a switch on. Go back for some delicious radioactive donuts. I kind of like that the music's getting deep fried, and I also kind of hate that. I can't make up my mind. How dare you? I will bury you, caterpillar. I will waste my entire clip. Ha! Just to lead me back to that same area where I can't do anything. Shoot that switch. And oh! Figured it was going to take me down. Ah yes, soulless stone abomination, we meet once more. As I get my health melted off by spikes. Lovely. Oh. I kind of like the wiggly head. It's an interesting, Did that reset the level? Oh my god, I think that costed me a life. Oh no! Here I thought it might have been just like a shortcut. Well, live and learn, hanging on the edge of tomorrow. Oh, this is new. I don't think I came over here before. More gun. Good. I like more gun. Now you could say this is an inefficient use of bullets, but... He, like, has a couple frames where he's, like, pulling his gun out, so you can't just instantly shoot. Which is interesting. I kind of like that. I can't just react instantaneously. I have to, like, have a tiny bit of thought to when I'm going to shoot the gun. I dig this. It's kind of not in my, like, chosen genre, but I'm into it. I'm into it. Nice to have some good games after the travesties that I played last week. Yeah, it's pretty efficient. Ah, there it is. Give me the deep fried. I still don't know what happens when I pick that thing up, and it has me concerned. True, I do have a lot of ammo, but I can chew through it really quickly, too. So I feel like a tiny amount of caution is called for. Oh hey, more ammo. Yeah, never mind, you're right. Let me just grab this, and this, and this. Perfect. Okay, don't fall in the obvious pitfall this time. These are good pro gamer strats. Oh, he kind of... Oh, he was sliding down the stairs. That's kind of fun. Shoot more switch. Some health and coin. Good, good. There's a bouncy. Let's just sit here and shoot for a while, shall we? Oh. Yeah, they look like hands gone slightly wrong. Like hands when you're like a kid, and you can't really pull off drawing hands with all 5 What in God's name is that baby? Oh, that's not what I meant to... Die, devil child! Ha! Earthworm Jim, you may be a menace to society, but you've done good today. All that for just some extra health? Oh, hand in pocket. Oh, yeah, yeah. I mean, that's what... Damn it. His brother's here. I never did much art. My art is truly horrifying. But yeah, behind the back, that was always the one I saw. That and my friends who were, like, really getting into art back in school. Like, I know some actual artists now, and I feel like even their old shame art, they do a lot of, like, behind the back that looks very, like, kind of awkward and forced when you're looking for it. But if you just, like, look at it for a Okay, cool, that was a bottomless pit and not a... one of the other blind jumps that I had to make to reach another part of the level. Cool. Oh, well, 6 more minutes. Alright, speedrun tactics. We stop for nothing. We run and gun. Go, go, go. Gotta collect all the donuts as fast as I can. I wonder if there are speedruns of the... What am I saying? There's speedruns of every game. Literally every game. I won't get through it with all the donuts, but let me see if I can at least see the end of the level. Because they brought out devil children that were, like, pooping plutonium onto me. Like, where do they go from there? I have to know. Get some health and gun. Shoot the thing. Think I might be maxed out on bullets. You know, unless I got the cool cigar ship again. But that's probably too good for this. I fell quite a ways on that one, damn. Don't know what that did. Oh, this is annoying. Jesus, level is big. This might actually be like a more efficient way to finish the level, actually. Is this death? No. I was expecting it to be death. But in the name of science. Oh, hey, it's the level exit thing. It's so hard to hit those things. Ah! Money! Money! No! Money! Yes! I have the power! Devil child, I face you in your own element! God, this thing is cathartic after, like, struggling to move around anywhere, just be able to zip anywhere in the level. Go as high as I can! Okay. Let's murder a hand. A good deed. Ah, there's that deep-fried MP3. You gotta love it. Can I do the thing? Ah, okay, guess not. Now, does this bring me back to... No! Oh, okay, yes it does. But this thing respawns. Like, what is this supposed to be, even? Like, it looks like one of Mega Man's, blasters. A devil child. Wow, yeah, screw doing the level legitimately. Just... literally just race down there. Well, yeah, you know, Earthworm Jim, he's a hardcore dude. He sees a rival in the video game space, he's like, nah. I will take your weapon and make it my own. Exactly. No! Ah, my focus slipped. Damn it. Well, I think that will have to be it for this, because I only have 2 minutes left anyway. I'm gonna make the executive decision to cut it off there. So let us bid a fond farewell, Earthworm Jim. You're a goofy dude, and I like it. Yes, you just got here, but this is not the end of the stream, because it means I am just rolling another game. Welcome, welcome, my friend. So this is a little something I've been cooking up where I need to hit the music. There we go. Yes, there it is. This is where a website, the Backloggery, I think I talked about this to you last time I saw you in person, Emblem. But I have my entire collection of games, and out of every game I have not finished that I own and can stream, it's loaded into here. And I will roll a random Wednesday. I may steal that, HD. That's pretty good. I will roll a random game, and I'll play it for the next 30 minutes, unless I use one of my 2 vetoes to to stop it, or someone in chat types !veto to have the bot let me know that I should pick another one. You know, maybe it's a game that's gonna be awful. Maybe it's a game that's too good and you want me to suffer. It's up to you. You do not have to justify yourself. I might judge you a little bit quietly on the inside, but I would never say that. So, let's see what's in store for us. Crusader Kings 3? Yo! Yes! Oh my god! I'm so okay with this. Oh, not another bad Game Boy Color game. Hell yes! Crusader Kings 3. Oh, excellent, excellent, excellent. I do think it's not as good as Crusader Kings 2, but I still like it quite a bit. Okay. Nice, yeah. Totally understandable. Wildcard Wednesday's pretty good too. I intend to make this kind of my regular Saturday stream. With is are we up? Okay. It looked like OBS was going to crash for a second there. Okay. Yeah, no worries about putting me on the second monitor. Completely understandable. I do that shit all the time. Let me make sure I can capture Crusader Kings 3. Well, I do appreciate the suggestions. They help. Mm, I haven't played this game in a bit. I know they have some. Okay, you're not gonna. What if I do this? Bear with me as I try and figure this out. What if I go. Ah! There we go. There we go. Cool. Okay. So I need to swap some settings because I tend to mute everything when I play the game myself because, it's usually. Let's just cut out the nudity there. Yeah. So, this is Crusader Kings 3, a game I very much enjoy where you just play as a random ruler in the Middle Ages and see what havoc you can get up to. 30 minutes on the clock. Let's call that about 7:40 my time. So I'm going to do. I have some save games I could start in, but I'm going to pick someone specific. Jarl Hastin of Hasting. He's a Viking. That's randomly in like a little like French province, and he's usually pretty easy to tear stuff up as. So I'll be able to make things happen even though we're only going for 30 minutes. Mobile Sultan games. Yeah, except this one is not bad. Like, I had one string in my game where I was playing as a queen, and I married a king of a better nation, got pregnant with his kid, and then murdered him after our son was born, so my son would inherit the country. And then I did some like incest marrying things so that my son would be matrilineally married to someone in my family, so then it would be my family that controlled the country, and then I murdered my son. So in the end, I controlled the country. It's wacky. In the most horrible war crimist way. Yep. Like, I have a couple friends that we were playing this multiplayer for a while, and one of our friends had the challenge where just all he would try and do was try and sleep with our wives. That was it. That was his whole game. There are more, exactly. So this is us, Jarl Haston. We have a selection of stats. We've got diplomacy, doing war, which, oh my god, we are so good at. Stewardship, intrigue, spying stuff, and being smart, which we're not good at, but we don't need it because with a martial of 30, I'm going to run over everyone. Oh, this isn't even going to be fair. So, first thing I need to watch out for is I've got a strength of like 3,000 dudes. France is huge and they have a strength of like 5,000. So, immediately I'm going to try to assassinate the King of France, because that should split up his nation once he dies and expose his nation to a bunch of like petty little infighting, and then we can swoop in and, just take care of business. I also get some. Let's get to work trying to convert these fine French people to the glorious Norse religion. Have our wife focus on chivalry so we become even better at war. Focus on taxes. Train commanders. Okay, and wow, that's a lot of gold. They start me off with a generous amount of money. Jesus, I forgot how easy a start this is. No, kill the Archduke of Austria. Yeah, pretty much. Oh, and Dune Imperium, is that That sounds vaguely familiar. Is that a board game? I know I've heard about that somewhere, but I can't remember exactly where. But cool, cool. More games, always good. Oh, right, we just start with 3,000 just dudes for free. That's awesome. That's great. I love that. Okay, so I need more champions to manage my armies. So I should invite some. And let's also spend some money improving. These Huskarls are crazy good, so I'm going to dump money into my military. And basically bankrupt the nation doing so. Midweight Euro style worker placement. Nice! Those are all things I like. Also, the game seems a little quiet. I'm going to turn it up a little bit. Let me know if it's too much. Alright, and now a lot of the game is just kind of unpausing and letting things play out. Because I at least want to... Actually, I should see if I can kick this guy's ass right away. Yes, quite handily. I outnumber him several times to 1. And that'll get me a nice little Norse kingdom right here. So... Hey, King. I hope you're ready to lose your entire country. I mean, it still might. There was that old Dune game in the 80s, I think, that was very like worker placement, but also with a hint of oh no. See, this is why I went to assassinate the King of France, because now the king I'm invading and the King of France are allied, so I might have a bunch of French soldiers jumping down my throat in a couple seconds. Oh! Oh my god, I forgot to update the stream info, so it still says I'm playing Earthworm Jim. Let me fix that real fast. Okay, there we go. Water Solarian Spice. Nice! I might have to give that a look. I do love me some Euro worker placement. Yep, King Charles the Bald joined the invasion of Brittany. That's pretty bad. However, that's not soon enough. If I can assassinate him, it'll remove him as an ally, so I might just have to kind of grin and bear it. Yeah, this could lead to a crushing defeat for your boy in a second. I may have to get a little cute with my tactics. We'll see. As unfitting music plays as we siege down these people that did absolutely nothing to me, besides literally just existing there. Oh, I can send a ransom. Perfect. Or, you know, I took this mayor of this fine town who was just trying to defend his people. I do believe I'll execute him. Which gets me dread, which means people fear me more, and gets me more devotion to the glorious Norse faith. So let us sacrifice this mayor. He's dead now, forever. Oh, nice. Light deck building sounds cool with that. Kind of keeps things so people have different options depending on... Oh no, that's a lot of troops. Okay, I'm gonna slow the game speed down a little bit. Oh, I think my overlay is covering that up, but I have the game on like speed 2 now. Because if those French soldiers come for us, we're dead. Like, the game will not be over, but the war will be over before it even starts. And they're just sitting there. They don't want to mess with me. Of course. Just as planned. I think. It could be, but like 10 rounds can be a while in games like there's the Game of Thrones game that's kind of based off of the old game Diplomacy. That only has 10 rounds, and that can last something like 3 hours. Oh, 90 minutes though. That sounds pretty nice and snappy. Okay, the French are on the move. The French are moving. The French are running away. I do not know what the hell the French are doing. Oh, I know what they're doing. They don't want to fight me, but they do want to counter siege this land. No, they're coming to fight me. Okay, that's not great. Wait, it says I'll win? It says I'll win? What? How am I going to win when I'm outnumbered by 2,000 men? Yeah, I'm on a forest tile, and I guess... Alright, screw it. Sure. Bring it on! Bring it on, France! I still have a really bad feeling about this. Like, I'm gonna lose so many men even if I win. Yeah, those numbers do not look great. Live! Live! Shit. Game couldn't be trusted. Still, they lost a lot more soldiers than I did. So that may not have actually been the worst thing. Plus, my assassination plot has now dipped down to 7% chance. Shit. So thank you for coming to my How Not to Play Crusader Kings 3 TED Talk. Fuck. Maybe I can save this. Maybe. Let's take a gamble and hope that the AI is too invested in sieging that... Nope. Oh god, my movement is locked. I forgot that that was a thing that happened. Well, here I go losing again. Alright, we're retreating, cutting our losses there. Still killed way more of them than they did us. Okay, here we go. Murder plot. One of my agents has acquired a deadly spider and arranged a servant to hide it in King Charles' bed before dark. All they need is my go-ahead, and he will as good as dead the moment the spider strikes. Hope you're not afraid of spiders, Charles. 7% chance of it working, but like, if it works, this is gonna be great. Damn. King Charles has survived the deadly spider's bite. Although the spider attacked, a physician was quickly called and managed to stop the venom from spreading. Disastrously, the servant who planted the spider was found, and my involvement revealed shortly after. Well, this is awful all the way around. And I'm bleeding money. Crap. Okay, but you know what? That's fine. Let me speed up the game a little bit. And they can just lose soldiers to attrition as they do sieges, whereas mine will just continue to grow stronger as we resupply in our home territory. Yeah, this couldn't have gone much more poorly. You know, I kind of wanted to speed it along because I was like, oh, well, okay, let's just quickly get into war to show off that part of the game, but I should have waited for my assassination. Because, yeah, this is not looking good. Oh, and I take attrition there? Fuck. They're trying to catch me there, but I'm not gonna be there. Oh, wait. No. I'll make them attack over a ford, which will make them weaker. It's still not ideal. But if I can cut down enough of them before the reinforcements get here, I was not able to cut down enough of them before the reinforcements got here. And one of my trusted advisors is wounded. And I have lost yet again. So let me... He's not going to accept a white piece. Cool. He wants to destroy me utterly. What a bastard. So, yeah, obviously that was just a joke run. And to show off the game, I'll be playing as Jarl Hasting, who's a Viking who starts just randomly in the middle near France. Whatever, my stream, I make the rules. So, this time I'm going to properly wait until that assassination works, or else he is otherwise taken care of, and not do all the stupid things I did before. Looks like my stats are slightly worse than last time, though. 30 minutes, no consequences, all chaos. Pretty much, pretty much. And I'm going to start a little more... wait, no. First, I need to build a thing here to get me more money. And then I'm going to declare war on this random independent count who has like 300 soldiers. This will be a super easy victory to whet our taste for conquest. And then later, I'll go after this kingdom right here. Please don't have a pop-up that you've allied with France. I swear to God. Speaking of France, let's bribe one of this king's loyal dukes to assist us in the assassination and boost our chances. That's a lot of money, but it'll be worth every penny. And our odds go from 31 to 55 to 95. All I have to do is bide my time, and the king shall die. This is Crusader Kings 3, Zed. Welcome. This is a sort of grand strategy simulation game where you can play as any medieval ruler. So I am playing as, who I think is a historical figure, Count Hastin of Montague, who is just a tiny little Norse county right next to big, scary France. And as much as I can in 15 minutes, I'm going to spread the good word of Odin bloodily by conquering Christian lands. In fact, there was one Norse run I did of the game where I conquered the papacy and all of Italy, and I destroyed the papacy. I burned the papal palace down. I forced the sitting pope to resign and made it so Catholicism could never have a pope again in my game world. This game lets you do a crazy amount of stuff, and I love it to death. I think I have something like... Let me look on my Steam. It won't show up on the capture, but... Yeah, on the previous game, Crusader Kings 2, I have 848 hours logged in Steam. So... I like this series. When the time comes, my agents will need a safe escape route out of King Charles's castle, should anything go wrong. A detailed map of the local farmlands with all its hidden paths and caves would be an invaluable resource. So here I have the option to explore the farmlands myself, which might go well, or it might give us some stress, which is bad. Could abandon the idea and get nothing, or I could ask my good friend, the Jarl, who I guess knows the king's castle for some reason and just succeed automatically. So yeah, I will take the easy route. Meanwhile, the Counts of Leon futilely send their 62 soldiers against my 3,000 men with predictable results. Meanwhile, let us reassign our men a little bit. Just had my sort of godman work on converting my capital to the Norse religion, and set my spy master to do spy things that'll help us do assassinations. So yeah, we now own all his land, all his armies are defeated, and I've captured his wife. Now, normally, when the war ended, his wife would be safely returned to him. I don't think she's going to make it home okay. Oops. Okay, now let's end the war. And take from him everything. To the lecherous Count Haston, may your humors rot in your living body. You are a much greater foe than I imagined. In order to put an end to this bloodshed, I will comply with your demands. And I now gain that territory. And it's mine. And they're a little mad at me, because they're a different culture. Oh, I killed her. I sacrificed her to Odin. for fantastic rewards. Yep, over here on the right. Prisoner executed. The Countess was sacrificed to your gods. Speaking of which, can I do any more sacrifices? Yep, let's sacrifice this guy. Let's sacrifice this guy. And let's sacrifice this guy. Excellent. And I'll send my marshal, the head of my armies, in there to, you know, bring some law and order to these unruly Catholic peasants. Meanwhile, let's check in on the assassination plot. Let's bribe a French duke to boost our chances. That's almost all my remaining money, but I would really like King Charles to die. Did I not actually hit the thing? Oh, the game is paused. Oops. That's on me. Dun dun. These are their stories. Exactly. The stories before they were cruelly, viciously murdered for the crime of being French. Written in the stars, a king to scare, a local mystic with dubious morals, and a fabricated omen. Perfect. Before the mystic leaves for King Charles's court, there is but one question. Will my false omen be one of fortune or of doom? So this is a total coin flip. So he can either, like, just call bullshit on the Oracle, whether it's good or bad, or he can, like, just lower his health generally, or just, like, think, oh yeah, everything's gonna be great. I'm gonna make him believe all is well, because we are closing in, and we want him nice and relaxed and off his guard. Game? You gonna tell me how that went? I guess not. Huh. I don't know. Oh. Lie to him, exactly. Someone is plotting to kill me. So, that's not ideal, obviously. But they better try and murder fast. Charlie, buddy, pal, friend, you got nothing to worry about. Sweaty, tired, and in need of food, a long day of training with the troops is coming to an end. As we search for a place to camp, we spot an old and abandoned castle in the distance. Widening my stance, I declare, that is where we will make our camp tonight. The sun is setting, and with every step towards the ruin, it looks more ominous. Before long, the soldiers are whispering about ghosts. So I can venture inside for treasure, or just, be like, nah, we're good, and get some better morale for our troops. Exactly, Zed. Exactly. I'm gonna search for some treasure. Darkness, dampness, and desolation reign inside the castle, and all traces of life are gone. Peering up decaying stairs, I spot what might be remnants of lush tapestries and old paintings. Looking down spiraling steps, I see only darkness reaching far down into the ground underneath the castle. So I either search the upper floors for treasure, or what might be hidden in the darkness beneath. I can either get a bonus where I face my fears, which boosts my prowess, or get scared and lose face in front of the troops. I choose money. Oh, I didn't get that much. Ah, assassin! The time has come. My agents are in place. One of them will pay the assassin the very night the deed will happen. Another will ensure the wall is unguarded. A third will leave a subtle trail of candles to King Charles's bedchamber. Everything is in place. With a 95% chance, do it! Oh, look at that! His nation is fractured in two. The assassin performed spectacularly, and King Charles is finally dead. Thankfully, my involvement in the crime remains unknown. And, because he was my rival, I gain prestige and lose stress for murdering a man in cold blood. And now each one is... Oh, actually, King Louis II is decently strong. Can I murder him too? I have an excellent chance of murdering him. Okay, I guess we're killing another French king. Oh yeah, seven of his own vassals are like, oh, we heard you're trying to kill King Louis. Count us in. Okay, now very important. Let me make sure. Okay, because how you make alliances in this game is marrying or betrothing your children. So King Louis only has boys, and this king over here only has a male heir. So I don't think he can. Oh, he's already allied with France. God damn it. Well, that's deeply unfortunate. All right. I will focus on the troops. We'll wait for skullduggery to commence. Wait, actually... Yeah. I'll do a Viking thing. You know, I don't have any longboats to do it over, but these brave 700 men, they're going to go pillage the countryside and steal some money for me. Ah, does my Quarterdane heart proud. Yeah. I mean, you can be gay in this game, but, like, you know, it's the Dark Ages, so most people are not cool with that, but I once, eventually you can form your own religion, and I made a religion where, like, it was part of the law of that religion that nobody gave a shit about homosexuality. It was mandated that everyone be naked all the time, and it was holy to take part in assassination schemes, because if someone succeeded in a lie, then that meant that they were just in the eyes of God. That takes some doing to set up, but, like, I did that. Oh, okay. I can capture some slaves, take some money, or say I've taken enough, which, no. So, yeah, why don't you, bring me some money? And then let's head home after a job well done. Oh, I can... Okay. This is just kind of a, like, upgrade perks tree. Focusing on military. Again, kind of speeding past that because we only have so much time. And it will almost certainly end in disaster, but I only got 4 minutes left, so why don't we try and take over this kingdom again? Fuck it. What could possibly go wrong? Yep, enemy ally joins the war. That's what I was afraid of. But in 7 months, he should be dead. Hopefully. So he won't be a problem anymore. And if I get lucky and, like, capture his wife, maybe his kids, you know, that might give me some leverage. Or I could just sacrifice them to the gods. That's also a thing I can do. Both tempting options. I will say that... Oh, that is a smaller French army than the one that came in before. If I attack them before they meet up with the army I'm actually fighting... then... You know, a divide and conquer move. Yeah? Get back here. Okay, new plan. I simply just crush the smaller army first, since the French are going to run away. There's a joke in there, and I am magnanimously choosing to not make it. A younger me would have gone for it. Oh hey! We took a child captive. Now I could ransom him for 50 gold. Or I could sacrifice a child. For piety for the gods, and to improve my reputation. But I mean, I'd never do that and... Whoops! War crime achieved. Ah, I love this game. Okay, they're sieging down our capital, which is not great, but I think I might be able to win here. Or else I assassinate him first. Let me speed up the game. I have only a minute left. Come on, I want to believe. Try and murder the king. Murdered the king. They're still allied. Damn it. Oh, but now a small child. You know, I'd never try and assassinate a small child. Nope, not ever. Yeah, sure, whatever that says, come on. I would like to win the war, please. Though they're gonna win their siege first, so that's not great. Yep. They killed some of my dudes. Too risky. Okay, well, they managed to capture my capital, so I won't be winning the war today. But that is the end of the allotted 30 minutes, alas. Damned by my own rules. So let us go back to the... Where is that? There it is. There is that. And hit the music. Alright, so that was Crusader Kings 3. I love that game. I'm super happy that came up, and thank you for nobody vetoing it. I appreciate that. Now then, let's see what's in store for the next half hour. We have Power Quest for the Game Boy Color. Oh, that's not appearing on stream. I'm sorry. There we go. Sometimes the browser capture in OBS kind of just screws up and doesn't appear. I'm going to take a quick break, refill my drink. If you think we should try for something else, I have no idea what Power Quest is. Type ! veto and we'll try again when I get back. But back in just a few minutes, everyone. Okay, I thought it. Oh, uh, I'm sorry, I may have missed a follow. Edgar Hilario 25. Thank you so much. I appreciate that. Do I not have alerts set up here? No, they should be appearing. Just in case it didn't, let me trigger that manually. I'm not sure what happened there. Okay, there we go. Just imagine that says Edgar Hilario 25. I hope that just triggered while I was getting a drink. I hope that's what happened. Anyway, so I was thinking I already had a Game Boy Color game. So I'm actually going to use one of my two vetoes. And we'll see what happens. Now where is... There we go. Okay. So I'm going to roll again. And probably get a worse game because that's how my luck goes today. So we are actually playing for the next half an hour Donkey Kong Country 3, Dixie Kong's Double Trouble for the SNES. Sure. Alright. I'm fine with that. I will work on getting the capture set up. If anyone does want to veto that, I'll give you just a bit. HD's hyped though, so they might have words for you if you so chose to. I am not good at platformers, so please don't judge me too harshly. It was Donkey Kong Country 3. Okay, going once, going twice, going 3 times, deliberately stalling a bit because I know sometimes things don't. There's a stream delay and stuff. Okay, I'm not seeing anything. Let's get to it. Okay, will you show up if I do this? Why is it capturing my mouse? Hello? Game? Uh-oh. This might have to be an executive. It's not just that it's not capturing on my end. Game is not loading up. Hmm. Huh. Okay. Uh Awkward. Let's go back to this screen and get Elmo back on there as I try and figure out if I can get this to work. If I can't after about a minute, we'll just move on to something else, which is disappointing because, like, ugh. Wait, maybe, possibly. Huh. Okay. I've got one more thing I can try. Come on, Retron. I haven't even used you that much. Can you just work with me here? God damn it. All right. Sorry, everybody. I guess that game does not want to cooperate. Let me make a note to remove that from the list so that doesn't come up again. So since that one doesn't work, what are we actually playing? Super Mario All-Stars plus Super Mario World? That is very generous of you, RNG. Okay, wow, that's so many options. Cool. Oh man. Perfect. Well, should anyone want to veto that, I'll give you just a moment to type that in. But if not, we'll move right along in just a short minute. As hopefully I don't have another thing happen with the SNES capture here. Because it worked just a week ago, so I don't know what the hell was going on with. Hope everybody's evening is going well. Thank you for coming in and hanging out. I apologize for the technical problems. Ah! Okay, perfect, perfect, perfect. It looks like this is going to work for us, so let's flip over to... There we go! Oh, I need to update the... to Super Mario World. Though I might play something off All-Stars. I'm not sure. There's not an option to bring both of those on the thing, but sure. Some good old Mario. Oh man. Many options. Unreleased in the USA. Yep. I love the 16-bit era, so... Well, may as well do Super Mario World. Because I know that's easy enough where I can at least get some things done. Let's set the clock for 30 minutes, so 8:20 my time. Alright, let's see how far we can get. I'm no speedrunner, but this is a platform game I've actually played before. So maybe I won't completely embarrass myself live on stream. I probably will. Fear not. Bowser's at it again. Like how even in the 16-bit era, they were like, yeah, whatever, you know what to expect. Yeah. I have such a nostalgia for the 16-bit era of video game graphics. I don't know what it is. I feel like they had so many more restrictions to work around, where just like they had, I don't know, the restrictions almost made better art. That's being a little pretentious, and like, obviously good games come out now, but like, oh man. An old game like this, odds are I'm gonna be a happy man. Though I guess I did have that weird SNES game last Wednesday where I couldn't figure out how the hell to play it, so not always. Better catch! Nice. Oh, that sounds like a great time. There's a pretty good barcade near me as well. They usually won't let you monopolize their machines quite to that extent, but they do have like a mini SNES and stuff like that. They used to hold like Mario Kart nights. No, I'm with you, dude. Like, I've been playing this game off stream, Deadly Premonition 2, A Blessing in Disguise, where it's very much made by one of those kind of like, he's not quite a solo dev, but I think he only has like 10 people working on the game, and it's very much like his vision, like 100%. So it just comes out being really weird, and there's just so much more personality to it. You can really feel like what he wanted to get across, versus like now, team's gotta be huge. More synergy. Yeah, totally. Pretty sure this blew my young mind when, oh, did chat? Okay. Thought I lost chat on my end for a minute. Yeah, the music is excellent. What is it about, like, the platformer class... Oops. No, no, no! Give me the one-up! Okay, I got a one-up. Anyway, I was gonna say, like, Mario and, like, Sonic just always seem to have, like, just baller music. You know, Mario usually has good games to go along with it. Sonic games exist. They're there. You can play them. They are indeed games. Though I heard Mania was good. I never picked it up myself. Yeah. I actually really like the 3D Sonic music. I don't know. Like, I feel like these days, Sonic Adventure 2 gets the credit it deserves. Well, you know, aside from the Knuckles and Rouge levels, which are pretty indefensible. But... you can always count on the Onion to have a great take like that. Be one of the bad ones. I saw one today that was like, it was actually the Onion reposting something that they did in February, but I hadn't seen it at the time. Where they were like, Insurrection Truther believes that his selfies of being in the Capitol on January 6th were faked. I was like, oh man. I'm impressed they can still keep up the level of satire and just nonsense that they can bust out these days. Like, it's gotta be hard with just how kind of insane a lot of things have been getting. Like, I know people kind of said for a while satire is dead, but it kind of is. Who's Jimmy Pesto? I'm not familiar. Oh, fuck. But, yeah, I'm not surprised that, people got fired over that. I mean, people are getting prosecuted for that now. Which, good. Like, good. Oh, okay. I was never much of a Bob's Burgers guy, but, No, 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 get back here. Okay. I feel like regardless of your political affiliations, like, you don't want people busting down the doors to Congress and storming in there. Like, it ain't a good look. For anybody. Oh, what's this? Oh, okay. I didn't remember that green star thing. Huh. Missed the Yoshi coin, but whatever. My goal is just to get as far as I can. Also, come to think of it, I am technically cheating my own rules here because this is supposed to be games I haven't beaten. But, I have beaten this game, but, whatever. RNG blessed me with this out of, like, 859 other games. So I say, damn it, I'm having my fun. You can't stop me. Oh, star, please. Shit. Thank you. I'll have to go back and edit the VOD when I post it on YouTube. Nah, I will let the self-dunk remain. I suppose I could always reset like halfway through and go for one of the NES ones. Like, I have a weird soft spot for Mario 2, just because it's so different. And of course I know why it's different, because it literally was a different game, but... Hello? Could you let me in? That was more Luigi than Mario. Though if Chris Pratt can do a Mario, then I guess anyone can do a Mario. Not to be too much that guy, but like... Really? Yeah, I love Doki Doki Mario Club. It's great! I thought this was so cool as a kid, just like, whoa, I can switch to the other side and like punch dudes out. Mario's awesome now. There's the next. You know, I do have a Switch now. I should probably pick up one of the Mario Makers, because there's a lot of good and also very sadistic options on that. Though I haven't set up for Switch streaming yet for laziness? There's not really an actual reason. Come on, fall into the lava. Thank you! Hell yeah. It does make me curious what the original Doki Doki Panic is like in, like, Japanese. Could be better, but... I'm starting to get the old feeling back. Nice of you to say so, though. They now travel to Donut Land. Meanwhile, Yoshi's like, nice, you beat that while I was on my union break. Good job. Ah, nice. Say goodbye to Yoshi, because I don't need him anymore. Oh, how do I do the... Oh, I forgot how to do the flying thing. How do I do the... Not that, apparently. It's been too long. There it is! Yeah, I feel like this is like... Oh hey, and Yoshi's just back anyway. Perfect! There were no consequences to my rash actions. I feel like this is a pretty iconic level, because, like, you got the cape. You could fly. Nope, get back here, Yoshi. You're only done when I say you're done. Yoshi, goddamn you. Okay, there we go. Oh, yeah, I think that secret, Wow, well, this went to pot in the last couple seconds. But, yeah, I think that secret requires, like, the green blocks. I could be misremembering. I'm probably wrong. You You know, playing this is actually kind of making me want pizza. Ah, nice. Yeah, I'm sure secret stuff like that is key for getting through the game quickly. I've never done any... Oh. Came back. Cool. I've never done any speedrunning myself, but I have a friend who does speedruns. I've messed up. Yep. He only streams, God, which is it? It's either Breath of Fire or Breath of Fire 2. I'm forgetting. Last I checked, I think he was like number 2 or number 3 in his category, so dude's good, but like, man. Speedrunning RPGs, they're my favorite type of game, but speedrunning them seems like a particular just brand of madness because, you know, they're RPGs. Generally, they take a minute. And yet, it feels like you would have to do so much to just get through games quickly. Like, Skies of Arcadia is a perfect example. One of my favorite JRPGs ever made. And, you know, there's no, like, credits warp or anything like that. At least last I saw a speedrun. So you just have to play the game really well and really quickly. And just do it all in one sitting. It was like, oh my god. You poor bastards. Yeah, it was actually just before the big Rona hit. I was going to go to one of those charity speedrunning things in person because I think it would be really cool to like be there and part of like the crowd. And that, and I had like a lot of, I don't know, somehow like the usual anime conventions and stuff didn't sound super appealing at the time. So I was like, hey, this could be a fun thing to go to. And then everything got canceled. Yeah, I've seen a couple Fire Emblem speedruns, I think. Those are interesting because it's like I usually think about playing Fire Emblem quickly. I know you and I know the term LTC, low turn count, but there it's just like pure speed. No matter how many turns it takes. I do actually have a Fire Emblem game on this list that I could potentially roll as one of the games. But it's one game in like 860. If it comes up, I'm going to be a very happy man. And if somebody vetoes it, I'm going to be very depressed. Oh, star, eh? I feel like this one is like you hit them all or you hit nothing. Yep. Oh! Oh, damn it. Give me one more. Eh. It's something. Donut Ghost House. Young Vim had a lot of trouble with this. And I don't remember how to get the top secret area, which was just like the dopest thing imaginable to me when I was a child. Just like, there's just a level you can go to and it just gives you a bunch of power-ups? It's crazy! But of course it was my big brother who had unlocked it on our cartridge back in the day, so I had no idea how to get there. I mean, I know how to get there from the map, but like... Oh yeah, this is... What do you do with this again? Run into a ghost and die, that's what you do with this. Jesus. Yeah. Everything's been like bright and happy, and then it's just like, ooh. Oh, there's an arrow. Running into enemies and dying. Understandable. Oh, that was a bit anticlimactic. Wait, what? Oh, did I have to let that run out? Crap. Okay. Once more with feeling. Let's give it a minute. Did I soft lock myself? I may have soft locked myself. Wait, can I go through the door with this? I can't. Oh. Never. Oh! Here we go, here we go! Ha! I've accidentally done a thing! No, Zed. I will never do a Kaizo. No, thank you. I value my sanity, relatively speaking. Kaizo is basically like, they were the, like, ball-bustingly hard Mario Maker stages before there was Mario Maker. Just somebody would take a ROM, and just, like, splice it up to be as hard as possible. Like, you know, 100-second time limit, have to, like, bounce off of 80 enemies in a row to be able to clear. Yeah. Though, I mean, I do understand the entertainment value of a streamer who suffers, but there's plenty of suffering on my list. Like, RNG has been real kind tonight, and I'm grateful. But that can't possibly last forever. Yeah, exactly. I want to be the guy. It's the same kind of energy. Wow, I missed this twice. Oh, yeah, yeah, I know the one you're talking about. Yeah, exactly like that, HD. Oh my god. Okay. I'm gonna stop looking at chat for a second so I can get this fucking... There we go. Sorry, y'all are wonderful, but I had to focus. Hmm. Yeah, I figured that out. Appreciate it, though. Oh, nice! Let's watch my luck betray me. Yep. Or I could just miss one entirely. Jesus Christ. Okay, I got one. Oh, okay. Conventional way got me 2 1-ups. I'll take that. Can't complain. I can complain about that a little bit, even though it was entirely my fault. God, such an iconic fade out. Heck yeah. Looks like, yeah, maybe getting a little ways into the third world before, we have to go for... Well, now that was embarrassing. Yeah, it's, I'm glad I've done a lot of... Oh, no. Glad I've done a lot of... Game! No! What have you done? Okay. I did not remember that part. But yeah, trying to play semi-competently while, doing the streamer thing and, like, reading what y'all are saying, it's a very different skill. I feel like, I joke with a friend of mine that, No. Okay. That my brain power decreases by, like, 30% when I hit the start streaming button on OBS. But I think it's just because I have to split my focus enough, so... It's kind of why I've shied away from platformers, but I'm doing okay here. Would have been interesting to see if I would have done as well in Donkey Kong Country, because I don't know those games at all. Like this, I sort of know what I'm doing. Not perfectly. Hey, Star, let's... How did I manage to not kill him? What? Yep. Hangard knows what's up. You know the struggle. Ah! Oh, well, bye, Yoshi. Thank you for your noble sacrifice. I'll always forget you. You know, I'm a pragmatic man, HD. Sometimes sacrifices must be made for the sake of the mission. Yoshi was a brave soldier. He knew exactly what he was getting into. He definitely wasn't, a completely innocent animal that I cold-heartedly abandoned. Solely to save my own skin. Certainly not. I mean, like, Yoshi talks in this game, so clearly he has like sentience, so yeah, he understood the risks. It's not animal abuse. Yeah, exactly. He's just sleeping. He's just having a little nap. This is the story that will tell the police. I do remember this level. For some reason, these moving blocks stuck in my mind. I'm not sure why. Oh, okay. I thought I could slow my fall enough there. Put Yoshi in the death box. Yeah. If I was using the same stream overlay as my Nuzlocke, I absolutely would. So good to actually, like, perma-kill one of those damn dry bones. Never stop being salty about those guys in Super Mario RPG. Because they just exist to waste your damn time. Well, until you figure out how you actually kill them. Just avoid death by seconds there. No big deal. All a part of the intense skill. And definitely not blind luck. No, I never rely on blind luck to save me. Certainly not. How do I... Oh, yes, I see. Oh, fuck! Oh! Okay. That was going really well until it didn't. I can't let Yoshi's completely consensual sacrifice have been in vain. Yeah, I definitely did. I have a tendency to do that. Because I am, generally speaking, a pretty lucky guy, but, man, when my luck fails, it fails hard. Also, I don't have the cape now, which is unfortunate. Made this section a lot smoother. But I get it back here, question mark? Question mark box? Yes? Yes. Yeah, absolutely. That is 100% what happened to me. I was like, oh, better get the mushroom or I might die. Well, plot twist. I didn't get the mushroom, and I died. Welcome to die! Were you there, my friend, when we... No, I don't think you were. Yeah, there was, Dom, my little brother, and I, we beat the arcade game that's from that quote, the Welcome to die! Felt so good. And we had to feed the arcade machine so many damn quarters. I think the name was just, Captain America and the Avengers. It was many, many years ago, during just one of those summers spent at, fuck. Okay, get the mushroom and don't die. Let's just be a little bit cautious here. Oh, yeah, that would fit in Castle Shikigami too. It really would. No, it's just, no, it's, wait. No, it's from a different arcade game, actually. Uh, yeah, that's right, because it's an X-Men game. Because it's like the boss intro to Magneto. And he's like, I am Magneto, master of magnet. X-Men, welcome to die! And then he like zaps the ground underneath you and you fall down into the basement level. That was risky. I should not have gone for that. And of course, you know, it's all like bit crushed and deep fried, like that really old school voice acting. And that is almost to the minute. 30 minutes for us, so let's watch Mario literally kick a building down. Talk about a powerful character. Who is he? Lee Sin, the blind monk? Morton Koopa Jr. of Castle Number 2 is now just a memory. The next area is the underground Vanilla Dome. What traps await Mario in this new world? What will become of Princess Toadstool? I do want to get a few seconds of this. Yeah. I do love this overworld theme that you get. Let's just vibe with this for a minute. Okay, that's 8:20. So, we are now going to play something else. If you're just joining us and you haven't seen this style of stream before, this is something I call Shuffle Saturday or Wednesday, where I have loaded into a particular website known as the Backloggery every game I own. Had a burst pipe, exactly. And I will tell the website to roll a completely random game that I haven't beat before. Most of these I haven't played before. And I'll play that for the next 30 minutes. And if you don't like what comes up, you can type in !veto, like I've just done, and the bot will yell at me, and we'll pick something else. So let's see what comes up. And I, of course, also have one veto remaining if I don't like what comes up. We have no. I recognize that game. I am not playing that game. I'm using my last veto on that. Hell no. Hell no. Okay. So oh, that's weird. The bot isn't. That's weird. It should have. Why did that not work? Oh, okay. Okay. Sorry, veto command was slightly broken. It should be working now. It was AD&D Eye of the Beholder for the SNES, which is like a very clunky first-person dungeon crawler. I played it on the Game Boy Advance, and it was borderline incomprehensible and awful to play. I'm sure the SNES it might be slightly better, but like no, I'm not doing that to myself. So unless y'all decide to spare me, and I did see my veto before I saw Drunk Emblems, so that's my last one. This will be whatever we play for the next 30 minutes. It is Dungeons of Dreadmore on Steam? Alright. Okay. Okay. I'm alright with this. This is a roguelike game where you kind of like generate a hero and go through randomly generated dungeons, just like kill stuff, pick up equipment. I am not sure how well it'll capture, but it's not an awful game. But y'all do have 4 chances to force me to re-roll. And I'm probably going to do maybe 1 game after this. So your chances are running out, should you like to use them. I'll just pause a minute. I know some people have some delay. To see if anyone would like to use a veto there. Don't want to overrule anyone. Oh, I should update the category. Just in case anyone comes in and it's like, where's Mario? I would probably point them towards the title, but... Okay, Dungeons of Dreadmore. It's real bad. Like, it's just very menu driven. It's... Yeah. I was not a fan. Okay, I'll leave on screen for that for a moment as I start to set up capture. Do I even have this installed? Oh, I don't even have this installed. Okay. Small game, so it won't take long. But you... Oh no. Is my download speed while I'm streaming, like, horrifically slow? Oh, okay, there it goes, there it goes. Okay, thank you for joining. Appreciate you hanging out. Hope you have a good rest of your evening, and a good rest. It's about a third way done, so we'll just vibe for a minute. Dungeons of Dreadmore is a game I've attempted many times, but I've never had a whole lot of success with. Because it's a roguelike. It's going to kill you. Repeatedly. $96, $98. Okay, that is a game installed. Cool, let me get that fired up. And pray that full screen, smooth scaling, music and sound effects. Okay, good. Oh, that's... Why is there no music? Huh. Well, let me make sure I can capture this. Let me flip over to Game Capture, Dungeons of Dreadmore. Hopefully this works. I said hopefully this works. Damn it. Okay, let me try a couple things here. Dungeons of Dreadmore, are you with us? Okay, backup plan number 2. Boy, it's fun getting this stuff live on stream. Why is that not showing? Whoops. That's very much not what... What the fuck? Okay, I might be able to get this to capture. Sometimes this just works with how a game is... That's so weird. Dungeons of Dreadmore is showing up as an option. Okay, I've got one more thing I can try before I have to auto-ban this game. Okay, how about this? Okay, cool. Guess that's a game that just won't cooperate on the launcher. Good to know. So that has to be vetoed due to technical issues. So, what are we playing? Cookie of Fortune. Conker's Pocket Tales for the Game Boy. Alright. Sure. Game Boy games have mostly been cooperating, so that one's probably safe. Let me get that set up. I fear my my Game Boy collection now, just from the few that I sampled last week, because, man, one was really funny, and then the other was just pretty miserable. Okay, so the game loads. That's a good first sign. The game functions on my end. Now, can I get it to show up for y'all? Do the thing where it does the thing. No, that's not going. Okay. Backup plan number 1. Why are you trying to capture a calculator that I don't? Hey, there we go. That looks a little chonky though. Let me try and make that less bad. Okay, there we go. Okay, cool. So this was, shit, what was the name of this game again? Conker, no, Conker's Pocket Tales, there it was. Okay. All right, let's put 30 minutes on the clock, so I'll just call that an even 9 p.m. my time. Set it to English. Conker's Pocket Tales. I don't think I've ever played a Conker game before, even Bad Fur Day. Oh boy. Yep, this is very Game Boy Color. Also, sorry, let me fix... This is going to drive me crazy if I don't. Okay, there. Yeah, I know Conker's Fur Day is considered just such a classic. But it's... Oh! Enter my initials? Well, let's go with B. I. M. Okay, we have Conker and Conker it. Sure! A squirrel kidnapped by a giant acorn man that pops out of a cake, stripper style. That's a thing that happens. Vimbert, Imbert. This is now canon. Your nemesis, the evil acorn, has taken Barry and all your presents. You must retrieve them or your birthday party will be ruined. Oh, okay. Okay, I got a little it's top down. I was not expecting this. Conkers provide ammo for the slingshot. Your name is Barry, I guess. Like Barry the fruit. Press select to save, woodland weirdo. Hey, how dare you, game? Acorns restore lost energy. Like B-E-R-R-Y. Yeah, I mean, if... Okay. Oh, I've got a dash. Okay. Okay. Press select while standing in the dirt area to dig. Okay. Oh, alright. One of the stolen presents. Cool. It's neat that they become a little, like, teleport. I'm into it. I like that when he runs, he actually runs like a squirrel. It's kind of charming. I sort of like that when animal, like, God, what is the term? Anthropomorphic characters, like, do things where it's like, oh, right, this is an animal person. Yep. Oh, hello, Mr. Evil Man. Home, spooky forest. Can I punch you? Oh, you're a friend. Oops. Okay, sorry about that. We will give you helpful advice. Head northeast to the Forest Guardian's house. You'll move quicker if you double tap the control pad. Okay. The Forest Guardian, eh? Dude, Mushroom Town. We will give you helpful advice. Head northeast to the Forest Guardian's house. You'll move... Okay, this is... Same dialogue. Ow! Fucker. Oh, I can do a ground pound. Okay, don't quite understand how to attack yet. Maybe that comes in a bit later. Because it looks like this should be like... Looks like I should like just bitch slap him. But I am unable to slap the mushroom. How do I slap the mushroom? That's enough of that, Vimbert. This is a children's game. Don't think we're allowed to talk like that anymore. Whatever. Let Bezos come along and smite me. Okay, I can't slap the plant. Can I, like, bomb the plant? Okay. Maybe this... Yeah, that looks like death. Maybe I need to, like, equip the... No? Or maybe I press and hold B. No, that just locks me in place. And B at the same time? Select. I'm a bit stumped. Because I'm in the forest. Get it? Guess I'll just avoid enemies for now. Which might be different. Wow, that's a big warp. I'm digging so far! So, like, it said those are ammo for a slingshot, but I don't yet know how to use a slingshot. 2 Aztec keys are needed to enter. Sure! What if I try anyway? Oh. I was wondering how they were going to lock a cave entrance. At least there's... Damn it. At least there's health pickups here. And it looks like they stack forever, which, like... That's pretty cool. Your health is just however many collectibles you happen to have. Alright, no worries. Get yourself a nice refill on your drink, or whatever you gotta do. Maybe the windmill has something important for me. Or what about you, tutorial man? We will give you helpful advice. Head northeast to the forest guard... Okay. That's the same thing as before. The store is locked, you need the correct key. But not an Aztec key, presumably. This is actually pretty impressive for the Game Boy Color. I mean, it's put me off a little that, Conker's, like, clothes are blue here and, like, white here. Aside from that, looks pretty good for what they were working with. I mean, I guess this was, Conker is a rare series, right? Like, they were always very good at the technical side of games. I mean, they pulled off Perfect Dark on the N64. Like, that was a feat. It was a feat and a half. Considering what most N64 games looked like. You know, they can't all be Ogre Battle 64. If only that game was on the list according to my own rules. Also, I'm very much not going northeast, but whatever. Oh, I can swim! That's unexpected, actually. I figured that would just, like, kill me or something. Ooh, can I slap the rock? Not successfully. Slingshot, tools, or punch? Okay. Yeah, it was talking like I had the slingshot from the get-go, so maybe... You know what I bet it was? I bet the slingshot was, like, in my house at the beginning, and I just walked right past it or something. Or maybe the forest guardian they're telling me to find gives it to us. Probably one of those things. Don't... I can go up waterfalls? That is surprising. Well, wonders never cease in this brave, new, colorful world. That's right, gaming on the go in color. The Gameboy color. You need 8 presents to enter the old barn. Barry knows every HM. Oh, I think this is Conker. Barry was like his friend that got kidnapped. But yeah, okay. Head northeast. Yep. I'm almost tempted to try and just start over. To see if I can... Spooky Forest, Old Barn. True. Although then again, it isn't Barry's Pocket Tales, but it's also not The Legend of Link. So, not unprecedented. Maybe the Mushroom Town can help me out. That way's blocked by an enemy, which will probably kill me. I love how... Oops. Just game over. I love how these streams are rapidly becoming try to figure out the controls blind. At least like half the time with me. Alright. Well, let's... Oh, I guess I had the option to switch to French if I wanted. You know, just in case I became bilingual after I died. Okay. Okay. Wow, I can hurt myself on the fire. Nice. Right, Conkers provide ammo for the slingshot. Use the control pad to view. Oh! Oh! Okay. I do get a map. Wow, okay, I went in exactly the wrong direction then. Okay, this is helpful. Can I, like, read a book about how to use the slingshot? Fire bad, yes. It's a lesson that every gamer must learn multiple times, apparently. Yeah, that's, streaming has not made that particular problem go away. If anything, it's made it worse. Okay, so northeast to find the Forest Guardian, who will, I hope, give me the slingshot? Hopefully? Maybe? Possibly? Till then, I just have to solid squirrel my way around enemies, I guess. Okay, so we go to the spooky forest. And we do not go northwest. I can't cut through those trees for reasons. Oh my god. Let's... Oh! Okay. Funky. This door won't open. Door won't open. Mysterious. Yeah, it is kind of nice how just utterly extra they are in that respect. I agree. Okay, so what if I, like, go down and then go up? Yep, they were using every last ounce of processing power the Game Boy Color could churn out. Okay, so that was the old barn, and the old barn was like, I needed to be south from there, according to the map. I think. The run animation is pretty good. Oh, okay. Thought there was like a bug crawling on my leg. No, it was just the cable from the microphone. And I'm gaming so hard, it threw me off. Oh, come on, let me clip through. Damn it. Fine, let's casually walk down the waterfall. This is definitely not where I need to be, is it? No, I've been here before, and this killed me before. Ah yes, basic navigation, my deadliest foe. There was even a map. I looked at it, said, oh, that's helpful. And all the information immediately left my brain the minute I started moving. Who'da thunk? Oh wait, maybe up here? Can I, like, nope. Can't stomp on that. Okay, old barn. That was north of where I needed to go? I can always count on my Game Boy collection to just punish me when I'm having a good time and understanding what I need to be doing in games to succeed. Truly, they exist as a memento mori of my gaming prowess. Do not forget that you have no sense of fucking direction. Okay, I'll give that a try. Where was the Acorn Man, though? Oh, Acorn Man. Okay. Let's try going north. Oh my god, it was right here. Ah, you were so right. Oh, okay, that's the map again. Cool. Thank you, buddy. Hi, I'm the Forest Guardian. If you ever get stuck on your journey, come here for help. But first, you must find a weapon. Take the key and present. You will find 8 presents on each world. Did you know you can save your game at any point by pressing start to open your inventory and then pressing select? Cool. This key will open certain locked doors. I mean, that's generally how a key works. Do I have the... Wait, but where's the weapon? I thought you were going to give me a weapon. Alright. Guess I need to go find a weapon then. That key looks like it fits the windmill. Thank you, Acorn Postman. What would I do without you? Okay, that's fine. This is just like that little bit in Link's Awakening when you have to, well... Link's Awakening, they at least give you the shield for that first beach section where you're finding your sword. See, that sounds phenomenal. I should figure out how to get my Because I have a very easy solution for streaming some of my older, even more retro setups, but N64 has been a little more problematic. I should, like, just start... Well, no. Ogre Battle 64 I'd really just need to devote a whole stream series to, and that's a little too self-indulgent for me. Nope, we're getting the hell out of there. Also, I should probably save, before I inevitably die again. Oh right, that's an enemy, not a friend. Oh, that's right, magical teleporting me past where I needed to be. God damn it. Yeah, I've heard that. Never really given it much of a try myself. But I mean, I know it. Damn it. I'm almost dead. Oh. Sweet, health. No? Okay. Oh boy, music lagging a little bit. There we go. To push a block, walk up to it and push in the desired direction on the control pad and press the A button. To reset the puzzle, press start. Ah, block puzzles. Classic. But what's in the rest of the house? Health. And more ammo. More nature bullets. Walk up to it and push in the desired direction with control pad and press the A button. Yeah, that's what I tried to do. Oh, I'm pushing the wrong thing, aren't I? No? Oh, yes I was. Also, why was that functioning by ice rules? That was a little weird. This is how my brain works. I see 2 empty slots in a thing where it's 3 of one color. I'm like, they must just give me an extra box. That makes sense. Slingshot. There you are, my friend. How you've been missed. Ah, okay. It's not a slap. It's more like a throw. Alright, now that I have a weapon, let's save. Oh. My cat has hopped up onto my lap. Don't know if her meows picked up on the mic. She likes to meow like she's being murdered. Oh yeah, I can just kill these things now. Excellent. She likes to meow like she's being murdered when she's been slightly inconvenienced. Like, I have a lap and she's not on it. And then she will proceed to jump on it, thus solving her own problem. And making me question why she was bothering to meow in the first place. You! Oh, you're very sturdy. Also, defeating enemies gives no benefit. Neat. Okay, I need... Oh god, I have to find the Forest Guardian again. Pray return to the waking Forest Guardian. Yep, head back to the Forest Guardian. As expected. This is not... Oops. Well, we did save. That's what that's for. Devs were probably like, the kids playing this game won't game over in this first area. It's too easy. Wait for it to think. Okay, there we go. English. Be neat if I had my friend Semper hanging out with me. She's like multilingual. Could just load this into French and try to have her guide me through what the hell I'm supposed to do. Okay. Back to the Forest Guardian, this time with less dying in embarrassing ways. Hopefully. Gotta focus as I... Nope, not today. So satisfying to just take those things out now. The cat is walking around on my lap despite having just settled down 2 seconds ago. Kitty, please. Alrighty, I think it was over here. And up. Yes. Ha! Navigation! I can do it! Now that you have the slingshot, beat my game to gain access to the spooky forest. Aim using the control pad and press the RB button to shoot. Oh, shooting gallery. Okay. Unexpected, but I'm fine with it. Well done, I'll give you access to the forest. Within it, you will find someone to aid you in your quest. And I guess he also says, perfect, take this energy as a reward. Oh! Present. Onward to the forest. Forest. I read that as Forest Wang. But no, Forest Wong and Claw Swamp. Let's check out Forest Wong. Surely this won't be horrifyingly racist in its implications. But if it is, I'm gonna call him like I see him. Yes, kitty, I see you, and you're adorable and yawning. It's ironic, the hard limit on how late I stream is not so much my own stamina, but how long it's before, Oh, was Wong the guy who, like, trolled Doctor Strange about the iPod? I loved that guy. Oh, okay. Well done, take this key. It will let you into Mushroom Town. Have you been upstairs yet? I have not, but now... Wait, so he was in cahoots? Oh yeah, the librarian. Yeah, he was great. Good luck on the rest of your quest. He doesn't have a face anymore. They took it from him. Oh god. Let's get the hell out of here. Okay, so Mushroom Town is up next. Now that I'm getting the hang of this, this is a cute little game. I don't mind it. What I do mind is my cat sinking her claws into my legs for no reason whatsoever. I'm not appreciably moving, I'm just not petting her. That's it. But she's a needy kitty. As I sit there and die. Oh, 8-directional firing. That's kind of nice. Oh, is it swap? No, I've got a few more minutes left. A few more minutes before I move on to what will almost definitely be the last game of the night now that Revia's here and starting to harass me. Being like, pay attention to me, human. So, high possibility of excessive distractions. as she claws the fuck out of me. Because she's a perfectly nice kitty, but when she wants her chin scritches, she really wants her chin scritches. And this is why I named my Nidoqueen after her in my Pokemon Nuzlocke, because both Revias, they don't take no nonsense from nobody. Also, to the surprise of no one, I appear to be somewhat lost. Well, I think Mushroom Town is supposed to be in, like, the southwest part of the map. So I'm basically the exact opposite from where I need to be. Funny how that happens to me literally all the time, forever. Would have been a lot nicer if they'd started me with the slingshot, I'm just saying. Oh well. It was a choice. I won't say as to whether that was a good choice, it wasn't, but it was a choice. Hahaha, yeah. That'd be like calling Superman Captain Kryptonite. It was like Captain Krypton, and I was like, wait, no, that would actually fit. And if I ever wanted to play New Vegas on here, I could just play with a minimum perception character, because then you get, like, none of the, like, compass markers or anything. So it'd just be role-playing as me. Perception of 1, luck of 10, intelligence of questionable amounts. Oh no, the game's over. Oh, and it's time to swap anyway. Well, that was Conker's Pocket Tales. It's not bad, but I recommend you have a sense of direction before you attempt playing it. For us, there's one more game to play, and y'all lovely people watching have all of your vetoes. So if anything even slightly looks bad to you, please feel free. So up next for the next 30 minutes, unless anyone should object, is Operation Logic Bomb for the Super Nintendo? What the hell is that? Let me look that up real quick. Just to give some basic information so you can make your decision about whether or not to veto. Also give people a chance to veto if they want to. Operation Logic Bomb. Operation Logic Bomb is an overhead action video game developed and published by Jailco. Okay, I guess it's got kind of a cyberpunk vibe. That doesn't sound that bad. I'm fine with that. I will start getting that set up. Oh! Okay, understandable. We have a veto from Hingert. Let me subtract 1 off the overlay. And let's see what else comes up. Rolling once again. We have... No... Dragon Age Origins Ultimate Edition. I guarantee you I don't have this game downloaded. So if anyone would like to rescue me from this, you have until the game finishes installing. Because I will be up front. I don't like this game. I've tried really hard to like it. I've tried really hard. Thank you, my friend. I appreciate you. No. Pause the download. Okay. That is another veto. Thank you. Okay. So rolling once more for the final game of the night for 30 minutes. Barbie Pet Rescue for the Game Boy Color. Sure, Barbie. Wow. What a contrast. We go from playing as the animal to saving animals. Listen, man. I acquired a bunch of games through legitimate means, and like I saw some games like Barbie were in there, and I was like, fuck it, maybe this will be funny. Barbie Pet Rescue. Okay, let's silence the music. And oh, this looks awful from the get-go. Oh no. So the game does load. And let me try and put this on the capture. Oh, Barbie software for girls. Well, I'm not allowed to play it. Oh, guess we have to reroll. No. I commit to my suffering for the enjoyment of all. This is my curse. Okay, let's reset and put 30 minutes on the clock, so 9:35 my time. The Barbie doll likeness and the character, the color. Mattel Interactive. Hot Dog Studio. Hot Gen. Barbie, software for girls. Oh, I need to update the stream category. I'm so bad about that. Barbie Race and Ride, Barbie Dreamhouse Party, Barbie... Oh my god, this isn't even on the list. Barbie Pet... Nope, there it is. Barbie Pet Rescue. Not the FBI. Huge thunderstorm has passed over the community of Green Arbor Park. Many of the family pets and wild animals who live around the area have run away. Even the young animals from the Island Reserve have been set loose by the storm. The residents of Green Arbor Park know what to do. Call Barbie's Pet Rescue Center. Barbie listens to each call for clues to where animals were last seen and may be hiding. Barbie leaps into action. She must rescue the animals before they get into trouble. As she, hits a deer with her bright pink Jeep, and, the blood just gets covered up amidst how, deep pink it is. Oh boy. Barbie Pet Rescue. What do we have for options? We have music and effects on credits practice. Well, it's tempting to stall for time by viewing the credits. I have to give the people what they want. 20 hidden audio logs, all super bit crushed. Oh, is the game super loud over me? It feels like it's super loud in my ears, but I know that's not always accurate to the capture, so if it's totally drowning me out, or maybe you don't care it's drowning me out, totally understandable. We have answer phone to playroom. Tish loud. Okay, let me do a quick adjust here. How about now? Is that a little better? I turned it down just a little bit. Just a skosh. Alright, let me give it maybe a hot... this much. How about now? Is this good? So, I guess I need to answer the phone to figure out... Also, wow, Barbie be kind of looking like, those, 8-bit characters in the Five Nights at Freddy, retro cutscenes. Just a little. Anyway, let's answer the phone. A baby deer was discovered at the Island Reserve. We'll save her. Go rescue the animal. A rescue animal. Avoid the obstacles along the way. Reach the end and rescue the animal. Use the control pad to move. Press the A button to jump. Be careful. Go! Oh, hell! We just... our whole ass boat just jumps. This is great. This is the greatest game that's ever been made. Our whole fucking boat just jumps. I love this. Oh man. The power of Barbie supersedes the laws of physics. Barbie is actually an eldritch abomination. You did it! Okay, here we are at the island reserve where we're going around on foot. Did the game crash? Oh my god, I think the game crashed. The game froze because I walked to the left. Okay, I will reset the game, but since it seems to be somewhat broken, trade offer. Trade offer. You burn, if someone is willing to burn one of their 2 remaining vetoes, which would be wasted anyway, I'll roll another game, since this one isn't working super well. Or, we could try and keep powering through for more Barbie lore. It is up to you if you wish to accept this trade offer. Special rescue! Oh shit. It's a special rescue, guys. Puppy apple turnover. Ginger has gotten into the apple orchard. Help keep her out of trouble. Use the control pad to move the basket to catch the apples. If you miss more than 3 apples, you will have to try again later. Oh god, this controls horribly. I mean, I don't think this is a creepypasta game, but I would... You did it! Ginger the puppy. Ginger is scratching a lot. Sometimes brushing her coat will help. She might enjoy one of her favorite treats, too. Well, let's go to the checkup room. Let's give her a little brush. Oh. Oh, look at that. Let's play with the animal a little bit. Rascal, run around. Nap time. Barbie looks at you with bleeding eyes. Yo, I would be into that. Help each animal find a path to its bed before the time runs out and it falls asleep. Okay. Oh, okay, I have to, like, guide it in real time. I see, I see. No, 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 no. Go up. You stupid mutt. I mean, haha, I love it. I love dogs. Wonderful animals. You did it! I mean, I'm not seeing bleeding eyeballs. Actually, now I wish I was better with OBS so I could just, like, quick, like, MS Paint in, like, some blood tears or something. Let's look at pet care hints. Puppies love to play. It's their favorite thing to do. They love being brushed and enjoy their treats. I feel so informed. Let's go back to the office. Do we have any certificates? We do not have any certificates. Alright. What's our next rescue? There's a bear cub looking for honey at Briar Farm. Let's find him. Rescue animal. Avoid the obstacles along the way. Reach the end and rescue the animal. I ran to tell my mom, but when I showed her my Gameboy, it was back to normal. And then when I started playing again, Barbie whispered in this like bit crushed voice, "No one will believe you." Okay, now do we get to jump the Jeep? Please tell me. Yes! Yes, I love this! Gravity holds no hold on the Barbie Jeep! Or I guess it's more a truck. Where is your god now? She is driving a bright pink truck and defying all laws of physics. Worship her, lest you meet the same fate as the pet she chooses to not rescue. What the fuck is this game? You did it! Okay. This time let's try walking to the right. Barbie crashed the game. Barbie crashed the game. I am pushing every button I have access to. Barbie froze the game. I will repeat my trade offer for someone to allow me to escape, but I have to reset. All you have to do to end our suffering is type !veto. Thank you. Thank you. Okay. Okay. Like, I would have totally been game if it didn't keep freezing up on us. Real talk. And you know what? It's early enough in the night and Revia's calmed down a little bit. If Barbie will let you leave. Well, on my computer I'm slightly more powerful than her. Only temporarily. I can banish Barbie. But I cannot ever truly destroy her. She's too powerful for that. Anyway. Final game for the night, assuming we don't have another Barbie situation, is Joe and Mac 2, Lost in the Tropics. Sure, I have no idea what that is. I will look it up real quick to let anyone with a veto veto that if they like, but looks like Clint's into it, so there's that. Oh, sequel to Caveman Ninja. Yeah, okay. Okay, that sounds vaguely familiar. I think I played a little bit of Caveman Ninja. I'll probably be awful at it. There's no escape from those jumping vehicles. Joe and Mac 2, Lost in the Tropics, is a Super Nintendo. It is a follow-up to Congo's Caper, second game in this. It does have multiplayer. Alright. Cool. Let me update the stream category. Joe and Mac 2, Lost in the Tropics. Alright, and let me bring me over to the one game capture which seems to be working. Okay, this was... Bear with me as I find this. That doesn't look right. That doesn't look right at all. Hold on. We may be having technical difficulties here. Let me make sure this isn't... Okay, never mind. Okay, that was just interacting really weird. Okay. Come on, capture. Could you... Remind... Ah, there we go. There we go. Joe and Mac 2, Lost in the Tropics. There it is. They're the lads. Okay, there we go. Alright, let us put a fresh 30 minutes on the clock, as I promised, so that is 9:47 my time. Let's see what's what. There's a Super 2 players? Interesting. Okay, damn. Ooh yeah, stereo. Not gonna lie, I was hoping for a difficulty select so I could put it down to ultimate baby mode. Intense 16-bit cutscenes. Sneaking into the chieftain's hut? A dangerous proposition, my friend. That looks valuable. Huh? What happened? Where'd my crown go? Last night, a caveman named Glork came and stole our great crown. Please bring it back to us. Alright. Works for me. At your command, I shall go. Oh, I didn't realize that was what that did. First, go to Tiki Village. Alright. Okay, that's a run. So I can go in by bashing thing. No one's home. It's so lonely. But nobody came. I can't get in. What? It's wide open? Anyway. Ooh. I'm into it. Kali Kali Valley. Let's bash some dinos. This is kind of a bop. Ooh. It's almost like, oh, other cavemen can block. I see. All right, why don't we just avoid that man then? It almost sounds like Genesis music somehow. Like it kind of like that blast processing kind of sound. Like not quite, obviously, but oh wow, you just suck up the whole thing, eh? All right. Oh, I have a ranged attack? When did I get a ranged attack? Oh, because I ate the chicken. Oh, that's cool. I love that. Because I'm spitting out the bones. That's awesome. I love that. So do I get... Okay, yeah, now I'm spitting seeds. Wow, that's so... I'm sorry, I feel like I'm going to be saying that's so cool a lot, but... Like, your healing items also become your weapons. That's awesome. Oh, Kitty is meowing like she's being murdered because she's... Oh. We buried a man alive. I'm going to assume that's a checkpoint? Oh, hot pepper, do I breathe? That looks inappropriate, sir. Please take me to dinner first. It's locked. Alright. Oh, and that unlocks the skull thing. Yep, Joe used the key. Cool. Great vibes need Taka Hills. Great vibes needs little twists on platformer gameplay. I'm into this. I like it. That is some... Nope. I don't like that. Can I jump on you? I assume that's the way to get over this? Yeah! How do I... Ah! Got a little careless there. do, 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 do. Prepare for a wild ride. Let us destroy everything in our path with our... Oh. I understand. You still must steer in this wild ride. I must channel my most powerful Barbie skills to allow our car to jump. Alright, time for a wild ride. With less falling to our deaths, hopefully. Oh, it's just instant death if I run into anything. Alright, good to know. I was expecting the car to be a little more sturdy than that, but fair enough, fair enough. That's an assumption on my part. Though only having one life left is, concerning. Prepare for a wild ride into hell itself! Oh. Really, game? I disagree. Yes. Continue. Okay, at least I get 3 continues. Okay, that's not that bad. If the game gives me 3 continues on top of 3 lives, that's... I should be able to at least brute force my way into some progress. Hopefully. As mentioned, I ain't great at platformers. And fuck. Joe's just vibing. Vibing and clubbing snails. Truly, living the caveman dream. What? Oh, that almost got me again. Nice. Oh, I was so close to the end last time, too. Okay, a little bit of healing. Can I get in the water? I can. Oh! Oh, okay. Well, this is slightly awful. Okay, and now it's over. Heal up a tiny bit. Shit. Close. Yep, thank you, game. I figured it out. Just trying not to be awful at the thing and failing. I almost said succeeding. But, clearly that's not true. Give me the hot pepper, please. Joe spitting fire. He about to drop his mixtape. Thank you again. Very kind of you to say so. In my... Ooh. To heaven! Or something. A Stegosaurus. A weapon to surpass Metal Gear. Ooh, I like the epic twist to the music. Atop this Stegosaurus I shall take all comers. I shall build my empire. I shall claim the crown for myself. And that old man shall rue the day he ever crossed me. That's the story now. I've decided. Oh, he tired. Nighttime. Sweet dreams. Oh, chase scene? No, boss fight. Oh, nope, chase scene. Very chase scene. Wait, let me get that. Let me get whatever that is. Stop. Heal, heal, heal. Ah! Shouldn't have stopped to try and heal. But I absolutely will because I'm greedy. Ah, now it's a boss fight. I understand. He said, immediately dying like a chump. Okay, this doesn't seem too bad. Oh, fuck. Feel the wrath of That's on me. I got greedy. Okay, let's just take this nice and slow. No stupid deaths to pitfalls. Because he does come in range, and I can get some cheap hits on him when he does so. As he feels the wrath of prehistoric Canadian lumber. Horny jail, exactly. Bonk! I got the stone. 6 more to go. Great. What? Why am I collecting the Chaos Emeralds? You know what? Maybe I shouldn't question it. This... Oh god, what's wrong with her face? Ma'am? Super Joe. Oh. Your password. Good luck. Cool. This is a message from Lord Nurgle. May I help you? Oh. I can remodel my house? Oh. I can actually spend the things I collect? Oh, this is wild. You must collect 7 Chaos Emeralds before you face Gork. Here, take mine. Cool. Thanks for the Chaos Emerald, old man. I'll take you to your home. No, thanks. Oh god, this man looks like a used dino salesman. This telescope lets you see many places. Let me see my house? Looks like Joe's house. Alright. So, I guess I will buy a food to gain great strength. And then, why don't I pay for a nice little, house remodel? Your home will be remodeled. Then let's make sure he actually does what I pay him to do. Hey, we got a couple entry mats. Look at that. Very nice. Living in the lap of luxury. Alright, let's check out Gork's cave. He looks mean. He sure does. What about the village? Look at that! I'm looking. What am I? Oh, okay. Alright, enough. An overworld? Hey! Wow! I did not expect that from a platformer, so I can, like, kind of go in whatever order I want? This is great! The Snowy Rockies. Oh, perfect. I've got my home turf advantage. No mice are gonna stop me. We're in the Snowy Rockies, except they're not snowy right now because winter has been a joke. An avalanche, hold on tight. Damn it. The minute I tried to move, that's amazing. Oh, and it brings me back here. Okay. Alright, let me try the one that's, like, right here. Because this is probably one of the easier ones to collect the Chaos Emerald. Ooh. The Deep Tropics. Well, we are supposed to be lost in the tropics, so... I mean, so long as this doesn't become Star Tropics, I'll be fine. Sending so many people to horny jail. Ooh, tree lift. Bonk. Bonk. Okay, how do I get... Oh, damn it, I had it. Okay, Caveman, please, please, please go. Please go. Please go away. You are not as easy to fight as the other things in this area. Okay, there we go. God damn it. Yeah, if I don't have a ranged weapon, I'm not 100% understanding how to take on those guys. Luckily, I have a range... Oh no. And of course that one went down like a chump just to make me look like an idiot. I see your scheme, sir! Also, it'd be kind of nice if I could see how many bones I had left to spit. Probably not strictly necessary, but be a little neat. Ooh, can I get... Oh. Oh, hello. You look like a thing that should be killed. No? Alright. Oh! That is health? Nice. Yeah, this definitely seems like the intended second level so far. Try riding him. Whoa. Can I, like, get to know... Press down and jump to exit. Oh, nice! Just fly over everything in the level. Who cares? No, 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 no! No! Well, it was nice while it lasted. Very well, an epic club duel, sir. Oh, you didn't put up much of a fight. Well, that's fine, too. What is in the cave? Trouble in the treetops. Oh. God, I know I said it already, but I absolutely love how the power-ups and the health are one and the same. That's so cool. Like, it makes so much sense. You know, for a silly platformer game, it's a surprising little touch of verisimilitude. Wouldn't have expected that. Yeah, thanks for coming out. Appreciate you spending some time. Hope Borderlands was good. Have a good rest of your night and a good rest. I've only got, yeah, only like 10 more minutes anyway, so. But now we have our invincible flying dino. Well, he's not really invincible, but he's a heck of a lot more invincible than Joe is. As I immediately lose him. Cool. I'm fine. I'm okay with this. Oh shit. Oh shit. Oh shit. Ooh, boy. I could use a health pickup, something fierce. Thank you. Ah, perfect. No, 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 no. Stop that. Oh. No chance. Just ambushed me right when I landed. Alas. Hit it. Okay. There we... Ah. It's funny, I end up having... Well, it's probably because I actually have to focus on the gameplay a little bit more, but I have less to say about a game that I am actually enjoying versus, like, shitposting on Barbie Pet Rescue. I never should have tried to run from Barbie. She was the true choice all along. Actually, no. I will never regret going away from the fucking Barbie game. Objectively the correct decision. And now I can just fly through the rest of the level with no problems whatsoever. Mario style. That was so much easier than doing the level legitimately. Turns out, the Windy Valley. Oh no, spike pits. Watch out! Duck! Whoa! Okay. Okay. I see the gimmick. I understand the gimmick. Maybe. Okay, he still blows me away whether I'm ducking or not. What if I just jump? I am not sure I understand the gimmick. Alright, let's continue. I have 5 minutes left. Can I afford another house remodel? Oh, no, not that guy. Food stand guy. I can't, but I can get a melon. What's that do? The melon tasted great. So it just doesn't do anything? He just bought himself some nice food. Like, he doesn't have to justify that. Alright, let's try this other one. Murky swampland. Get it on. Okay, the swamp does not hurt me. I was expecting it to hurt me. You know, mosquitoes are hurting me, but that's pretty expected. Ah, he's not a bad guy. He shoots fire? Excellent. Oh! He can't exactly. Oh well. I grabbed the upgraded club, so that's still some value gained. Plus, like, it's not like he could fly or anything. Because, man, losing the flying really hurt in that last level. Definitely felt like that was kind of the intended way to play, and without it, I was just screwed. Still can't quite figure out what the melon was supposed to do for me, if anything. Like, is it just a joke item, kind of like the remodeling? Ah, okay, gotta find the key. Let's hop up here. There's that key. And use the key. Tunnel of Horrors. This is where we'll find Barbie, clearly. Oh, electric eels? Oh, I can still hurt them. Okay, that's significantly less threatening than I expected them to be. Not gonna lie. Try riding him. And I lose the dino friend immediately. Well, par for the course. Oh, I thought I had him. I thought he was dead. Shiza. Just damage boost right through. Or just slow that the waters take me and club. Fighting these guys without any upgrades kind of sucks. There's got to be a better way to do that, I'm sure, but it is lost upon me. Stop. You know what? I'm just going to skip you. Because I managed to almost commit death this quickly. Come on, Lapras. Let's get the hell out of here. Lapras! Damn it. Oh, well, you know what? Yeah, I'm yawning too, Joe. I've got a minute left, and it seems like a lot of people are ready to call it a night. So I think I am going to wrap it up there. I'm glad I'm continuing these. People seem to be having fun with them as well. Don't see anybody I know online to raid, so I will just call it an evening there. Thank you, everybody who came by and hung out. Appreciate you spending a bit of your evening or afternoon or morning, whatever time it is for you. If you're watching the VODs after the fact, I see you. I appreciate you. Look forward to more of these. I will probably not be back. I might stream tomorrow. I'm not 100% sure. I got to figure out some holiday stuff. But I will for sure be back on Tuesday. I won't be streaming over the weekend at all. Tuesday, be back with more Pokemon, do the Pokeboomers thing, keep moving through that. Wednesday will either be more of that or chaos like this. And yeah, we'll keep cruising on and start to ring in the new year. Till the next time I see ya, I'm Vimbert, and I'll see you around the internets.